Good morning. We're just going to do a little pulled pork this morning. What I've got is a pork butt shoulder. This one's about 9.5 pounds. And I took it out of the package, washed it off real good in the sink. The reason being is this product has bone in. And as you can see on the bone here, when they cut these on a bandsaw, sometimes you get a little bone dust or maybe even a little bone chip. So I go ahead and rinse them real good just in case. This is going to be fairly quick because it's a fairly quick, easy process. Everybody loves pulled pork and thinks it's really difficult to do, but it's really not. I got a mix here that I made up, and I just keep these old containers, spice containers, and they're great for putting in rubs and seasonings. This one is what I just label as my pork rub. I've got brown sugar. I've got brown sugar, kosher salt, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, and paprika. And I do it in equal amounts. So if you want to make it up in a big bowl or something, I would just take like a half a cup of each and put it in a big mixing bowl and mix it up. And then when you're done, put it in here. The brown sugar will start to kind of clump on you after a while, so you gotta really give it a good shake. But what we've done, we've rinsed this off. I'm going to cover it really good with my rub, and then I'm going to put in here about three or four cups of water, and I'm going to put in a big tablespoon of liquid smoke in the water. Then we're going to cover it. We're going to put it in a 275-degree oven, and it's going to cook probably 5 to 6 hours. You'll just kind of have to test it, and I test it with a couple of forks to see if it falls apart. You'll want the internal temperature somewhere around 180 to 190 degrees. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you how I do it real quick. It is very simple. And coat it really good. I like to really coat it. Rub it into every little crack and cranny. I take it and I put it on the sides as well, and the bottom. It gets kind of messy actually. It's that paprika that you'll end up with brown hands. But really put it on good. Have it on the bottom of your pan, so you kind of take that and roll it a little bit. A little bit more here. Take that, pat it in. Don't worry if you got a little extra in the bottom of the pan, it'll all end up in the broth later. So we put it all in, and if you notice, we've put the fat side up, because what will happen is that fat will just melt and it'll go right through that meat, and it'll make it just that much more tender and that much more flavorful. Let me rinse my hand real quick. Then we're going to take, and in this water, I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid smoke here. I think I'll probably do a teaspoon. In there. Just to give it that little bit smokier flavor. And simple enough. pour that in. I had 4 cups of water here. Cover this up. It's going to go in a 275-degree oven in the center rack for somewhere between 5 and 6 hours. Like I said, you want an internal temperature about 180 to 190 degrees. So I'm going to throw this in the oven and we'll come back to you guys in about 5 or 6 hours. I'm going to take the cover off of it probably about 4 hours, because I want the outside to get a nice crust on it. So about 4 hours, we'll take the cover off, and then we'll probably give it another hour, hour and a half in the oven. But we'll be back to you a little bit later. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to show you what the pork looks like now. It's been about 4 hours. So we take the lid off, and it's looking pretty good. It's not quite done yet, though. You can see it starting to split here, but it's not really done. Probably give it a couple more hours. So I'm just taking a ladle and taking some of the broth that's in the bottom here. Just kind of giving it a good coat. And we'll put it back in the oven and give it about 2 more hours, and it will just be falling apart. Well, as you can see, it's been about 6 hours and our pork is just falling apart. So we're going to go ahead and take it out of the pan. We'll reserve some of the broth and we'll mix that back in once we pull all the pork. Okay, I just wanted to kind of show you what we're doing here. I've pulled this off and the pork is just kind of falling apart. We've separated the bone out of it, and then now what I'll do is I'll just take and shred it like that. So as you can see, it's just nice, juicy, tender, ready to go. So that's all there is to it. And if you like the video, share it, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe. You guys have a great day. Thank you.